Welcome to DLM Tutoring and Development. Today, we're going to discuss IXL skill, evaluate numerical expressions involving integers. The shortcut is ZFX. In order to evaluate an expression, we need to remember our order of operations. Because the order of operations tells us the order in which we need to solve or evaluate certain parts of our expression. Order of operations. We can remember the order of operations and what to do first by using a mnemonic device. We use GEMDAS for groupings, exponents, multiply, then divide. But since they are on the same level, we use an arrow to remind us that if these things are in the same problem, I'm just going to go from left to right. And then add, subtract is the same reasoning. I'm just going to go from left to right. So in a problem like this, I see that I'm going to multiply first because I do not have any groupings or exponents. So I'm going to multiply. And when I multiply 5 times 1, I get 5 plus 4. Then I cross out my multiplication and my division. Don't have any division. I do have addition now that I can do. So 5 plus 4 is 9. And there's no subtraction. So my answer is 9. Let's take a look at this next one. Evaluate the expression. Well, in this case, again, we're still going to use GEMDAS, and I like having it over here as a little checklist to make sure that I don't forget anything as I'm solving. So groupings, well, groupings means that something that's going to be within parentheses or brackets or the numerator or denominator of a fraction, those are all groupings. And so I'm going to have to handle those first. In this case, my first grouping is 2 plus 4, which gives me 6. Then I'm going to bring down my division sign straight down. And then I have 1 minus 7, which is going to give me negative 6. So now I cross out my groupings, I cross out my exponents. I'm also going to cross out my multiplication because I don't have any multiplication, but I do have division. So now I'm going to divide. 6 divided by negative 6 is going to be negative 1. So my answer here is negative 1, and I have no more operations to worry about. Next. Then I use GEMDAS again. Again, every single time I'm writing it so that I don't forget and I'm able to solve my problems correctly. I end up with a grouping first, so I solve, or I start by rewriting the part that I can't do anything with yet, 3 divided by this grouping. Well, inside the grouping, I have negative 7 minus negative 6. I know that when I'm subtracting, I'm adding the opposite. So I'm going to now change this to negative 7 plus positive 6, which would give me a negative 1. Now I'm done with my grouping. I don't have any exponents. I don't have any multiplication, but I do have some division to do. And I'm going to go in order of left to right. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. So 1 divided by negative 1 is going to give me negative 1. So negative 1 is my answer, and I'm done. My last one, again, I'm going to put GEMDAS up here so I don't forget. And when I solve this, I do have a grouping that I need to solve before I can go to this exponent that's on the outside. But in here, I have division. So I'm actually going to start with my division first. So the negative 5 stays minus something, and then it's negative 6 divided by 2, which is going to give me a negative 3. Then I'm going to put all of this back inside of parentheses and put my exponent on top so I don't forget about that. Now I'm going to remind myself that when I subtract, I add the opposite. So this becomes negative 5 plus 3 cubed. And then negative 5 plus 3 is going to give me negative 2 cubed. Now, when I'm cubing something, I'm multiplying it by itself 3 times. So negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. So my answer here is negative 8. And that is how we use order of operations to help us to solve or to evaluate numerical expressions. Good luck and give it a try yourself.